Okay, welcome today. Welcome today to 226. Anyways, I got this, right? And he's so cute because he's just so in a good book. He's just so cute. So cute. I don't think this is allowed. And really cute. So my siblings have one each, a bigger one of these guys, because we get them in like the Japan crate, because we started it because we got snacks, because we craved the snacks, and we never canceled it, and we changed it, and we never canceled it, and we continued doing it. Put on a show. You want to be a big shot last night. You had to open up your mouth. You had to be a big shot last night. White hot spotlight. That's how my brain does songs. It's like the melody and then does every once in a while lyrics. Usually it's the same one over and over again. Like White Hot Spotlight. Last time I got a second head, it was literally just White Hot Spotlight over and 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 over again. So luckily, it doesn't seem like that. Little kitty. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Anyways, so cute, so soft. I gotta admit, I got a few things, I think from like claw machines, even at like arcades. So much softer than stuffed animals here in America. Like, I didn't realize they could be this soft. Did not realize. So, people are like, why did, like I mentioned, I got, a stuffed Disney macaron from the Japan, Disney World. And people were like, or Disneyland, it's like, why did you do that? You can do something else. And I'm like, well, A, I don't think America has macaron Disney stuff. But two, it's also so soft. And I'm like, it's so soft. And so I got it. And I got myself a different, I think I got a stuffed animal. And it was a little bit more, I think with Perry the Platypus, it was a little bit more American stuffed animal than this. But it was still way better than cheap American stuffed animals here. And even just like good American stuffed animals. And I'm like, but this is, the people are like, oh, it's like not that soft, it's like cheap, it's almost, I get more American. But like, I got some stuffed animals here in America from, got stuffed animals here from like claw machines. No comparison. These are so much softer. So much softer. So if you ever wonder why, it's so much softer. So much softer. What else? Oh, I finally watched my first Jurassic Park movie. Never watched one before. And I watched the very first Jurassic Park movie, technically, but the sound was very quiet. So I would definitely want to rewatch it. But I got the gist, you know? I got the gist. I got the gist of it. Got the gist of it. Zoomies. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it was very funny when I watched my very first Star Wars a little bit ago, a few months ago, during this. It was very funny because I seen every single scene. And I wonder how well I could have put them in order, because I definitely knew. That's why that is why I thought of the Jurassic Park thing, because of that line Ethan says. And so, obviously I knew it, but I knew a few things that happened, but unlike with Star Wars, I've seen every single scene. The ones that I seen the least was the sitting in the chairs with the flight planning. I didn't see that many of that, and surprisingly, them getting crushed. I was like, oh my goodness, they're getting crushed when they're like, woo, you did it. And he's like, oh my god, they're dead. That scene surprisingly not as much, because I'm like, is this a like? I gotta remember when I saw it, and I'm like, is this a real scene? And then I'm like, no, I did hear one thing reference it before, so it must be. And it was hilarious. And I'm like, surprisingly, didn't see that scene a lot. And anyways, so that was the one. Those are the two scenes that I'm like, oh, I didn't see. But a lot of the other scenes, I pretty much like, yeah, I knew, I knew that. I understood. And altogether, I kind of thought there would be something I didn't know of the first one, but no, I knew it all, and I seen all the scenes pretty much. But with Jurassic Park, I knew what happened, more or less, but I didn't know everything at all. Like, surprisingly, like, I didn't see a lot of the things that happened actually get, like, I didn't see it. I didn't see them. It's more like the vague idea than, like, the actual words or the actual situation, because, like, even scenes that I saw that people talked about, like the Laura Dern sitting down, it was zoomed in. I didn't know what was going on. And like I didn't know the kid got electrocuted on the fence and then lived. Like the whole sequence of all of that, I didn't know the whole thing of him. Of him getting pushed. What was I saying? Oh, I was got distracted by him not liking kids and the main character in general. I didn't actually like the actual characters. I didn't hear much of, but the idea of the plot of having dinosaurs and them breaking out and eating people is the only thing I really hear about. I didn't really hear about the scientist that, spoilers, the scientist that tries to sell the embryos, or I didn't hear about the dinosaurs. Well, I kind of did. About, like, the dinosaurs changing gender. I didn't hear that. In that one, I think I did. I didn't realize I was in the first one mentioning it. And then, like, stuff like that, where I'm just like, him reviving the kid after getting electrocuted. I knew the kids with the raptors, because, like, it was that frame got used. But like, the actual thing, like, I don't know. It's funny because I've seen Jeff Goldblum and his scenes way more than the main protagonist doing things, you know? Which is really funny to me, because I'm like, oh, does he die? The person I'm watching with was like, no. I go, no? Are you sure? He's like, no, he's not dead. And I'm like, oh. So it was very funny to me. But anyways, so I don't know. It was really odd because again, I seen so much of Jeff Goldblum was the character. I knew the Jurassic Park theme, like the music with the long neck dinosaurs walking. I did see, surprisingly, a screenshot of him mentioning they actually walk in herds, but like actual shot for shot, like you're turning on all the electricity and the kid getting electrocuted. I didn't know that happened. YouTube round. And having just like those particular shot by shots, I didn't know happened, and that was really interesting to me because the idea that other ones I did know, but like Jurassic Park I didn't know so much, and because I kind of really thought I would go in there and be like, yeah, I know all those, but I didn't. And I guess they made that knowing that there would be a sequel, I'm assuming, given the fact that the canister of embryos kind of just got covered in mud, but at the beginning they, I think, emphasized that it's good for a long time or whatever. So I'm assuming that's going to be a thing. I'm assuming the fact that they changed genders and now gonna have babies is going to be a thing. The fact that they can just make dinosaurs using frog DNA is very funny to me. That they just chose, yeah, frogs. Frogs are good enough. The other thing was, I do know when the line, like, life finds a way, but it just is funny because it's just like, I didn't realize that a lot of, like, this stuff happens, you know? I didn't even fully realize, I think, like, I almost want to be like, yeah, I knew that, but at the same time, that the handle of the guy's cane was the amber with the DNA in it. I didn't know, like with the mosquito in it. The fact that how many mosquitoes do they have to find to make what? How many different dinosaurs were there? At least 4. Has 4 different blood in it is very funny because, like, do they have all 4? I guess that would make sense. That would be the only way. Has all 4 blood in them. My other question is, since some of them are bird relatives, I think that's what I'm like. I know they kept mentioning it, but I meant like these particular ones. I'm assuming raptors. I think they said raptors are birds. The fact that 2 mosquitoes drink from birds, I don't know if they can reach their skin. So the idea of it being a very modern mosquito is very funny, and I'm not saying that that's impossible. Just like if a modern mosquito drank from a bird, I'd be like, how? But again, maybe that is a thing, and I just don't know it. But yeah, Animal Crossing, I played and I got the bug off, but I only did 1 round because I got up late and my dog was like, hey, I'm upset at you. I'm like, oh, yeah. So we got news back that he's in pain. So I'm like, are you just in pain? But he also learned that if he growls at me, he gets stuff. Like, if I don't let him outside and he growls at me, my sister let him out. I come down, I give him an ice cube, so he doesn't growl at me, you know. He was hungry and they did need to be fed. They were like 30 minutes late. But he had snacks today, so they thought it was okay. And it's just like, the fact that he growled at me, then big growl, he's like, I need this now. And, I'm not more violent, just like audibly louder. Violent wise, just down, he didn't chase me or anything, but just like, he's laying there growling at me, like, I don't want you here, or I do want this, not this, you know, kind of thing. Anyways, I can't believe it's been a year since that. I kind of forgot, but thinking back, changing from it's too cold to want to swim to, oh boy, I would love to jump into a pool. It's very funny because I'm fully in. I want to jump into a pool right now. Had corn is what was in my tongue. But anyways, love to fully being into, yeah, I would love to jump into a pool right now. That would be lovely. Why are you? Yeah, we go. Perfect circle. Anyways, I saw a post that's like all, non-binary, no, all trans people want to dress like, Laura Dern's character from Jurassic Park. So then now watching it, I'm like, like maybe not necessarily the outfit that was shown, but like she had 2 or 3 looks. And I'm like, yeah, I'd pick one of them. Not gonna lie, I'd wear it. You know, some people that are like, I black out when I get into a car and drive. Use your brain. It's just like, oh, we done this, seen this, bye. And it just doesn't record to your memory. That's where I'm at with this guy. This here video. Just don't need to be in my memory, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Just don't need it. Goodbye. Look cute he is. Little turned.